Hi guys, so today I'm happy because this is the first melee build that can have fair fight against Shade of Erebus. So I'm glad I will showcase it because it is strong. I think it is strong as melee. It isn't fast. It it is hitting hard. Well, I think it has all the capabilities that melee build can have. So, the main idea behind this build is building a combo between Phalanx and Javelin. So Phalanx is new item that came with 1.2 patch, and it is connected with Vengeance. So I personally never played Vengeance before. I considered this skill trash, but with this item we can have some fun. As you can see, it's 100% chance to use Javelin when you repost. So to trigger repost you need to use Vengeance. It's a melee skill, so you have to hit with melee attacks to trigger javelins. And so that's basically a general idea. Few hits with melee and then switch to javelin. Okay, but that's not all. To have nice damage with javelin, you need to, as you can see, put as much added throwing damage as possible. So first of all, you need to build crit chance and crit multi on Javelin. That's my general idea. This is very nice for this thing because you can put guaranteed throwing damage and something more. I was lucky to get block chance, but it doesn't really matter. The key feature of this gloves is throwing critical strike multiplier. This one thing is very good, and of course endurance, because defensive setup of this build is behind block chance. And how we get 100% block chance? Well, we just stack endurance because of this shield. It gives 1 block chance per 2% endurance above the cap. So when you see, I have here 161 endurance, so it's 100 above the cap, and this way I get block chance. Well, you can tweak some with block effectiveness. You have many possibilities with Forge Strike. You can go passives, you can go idols. Well, doesn't really matter as long as it is around 50%. Well, what's more? Well, good boots, it's very nice. So when you put guaranteed D7 health into the boots, you are ready to go. Also, chest is important. It's also easy to get when you have guaranteed D7, so you boost your HP. And for the helmet, I just choose a +4 to Vengeance, but overall you can choose also +4 to Javelin, and it wouldn't be wrong. I think I had helmet like this. Oh, here. So you can see it's perfect also for this build. +4 to shield throw. So vengeance or shield throw, never mind, really. So the next thing, and maybe the key to survive, is bleeding heart, because you have to outreach your damage very fast, because you cannot only take hits, you have to also outreach HP because you die to dodge. So, okay, this is the new thing. Brewmaster's Buckle. Also, I was very lucky because my first fight with the enemy that drops this item, I get 3 LP. So it was very lucky. So as you can see, it's not that super optimal because I wasn't lucky enough to slam something better, but it's increased poison damage. Well, it is how it is. And we have endurance threshold, which is very nice, and of course T7 HP, which is super good for this build. Then next thing, it's rings. Rings are very important also because of mana cost of Javelin. As you can see, when I move around, it's 11.2 mana cost. When I stand still, after a few seconds, I have only 2.8. It's thanks to this item. -2 mana cost per stack of mountain endurance. So, overall, I put here throwing damage as usual, some endurance, which was lucky, and then this ring, very nice. A lot of throwing damage, also dexterity is very nice, dodge rating also very nice because of these boots. As you can see, 100% of dodge rating is converted to endurance threshold. That's made me almost unkillable tank. As you can see, it's almost 2k endurance. So as you can see, 2 items you can get from one enemy. You go to Lightless Arbor for 2 pieces, and what's also important, they have a very nice chance to roll 2 LP, so it's not that hard to farm it. So 2 key items are farmed from one boss. Okay, idols doesn't really matter, but if you stack some HP, it's cool. If you can get throwing attack multiplayer, it's also good. As you can see, my third suffix, I think it's suffix. It's not optimal because it's just void damage. Here we have some dodge rating, which is okay. I put also chance to cast smite, so it's more flashy. I like it. Here we have not that bad idol because it's increased damage, which is nice, 8%. It's okay. Movement speed is very welcome, but this build is very slow. As you can see, its movement speed is only 11. So I just show you. Well, I was fighting Shade of Erebus and pushed to 4 digits corruption. It's really not necessary to farm this high, but it's so fun to fight Erebus with this build because it's fair. You can take some hits, so it's very nice fight. For the first time, I think I got this experience with a melee build in last Epoch, so things are going into right direction. Okay, let's try. This is my first ever 4 digits corruption, so if I die, well, we'll see. So how this build works? Well, we have 2 stacks of launch, which helps with mobility. Then after launch, we just do some hits with melee, and we wait and things dies. That's basically it, but from time to time when you see that enemy is easy enough, you can just spam some javelins. And you can, but when you get some very hard hits, then you use melee just to trigger some more block effectiveness from vengeance. Because when you're hitting melee, just see here how defenses are changing. So this block effectiveness, as you can see, it ramps up with melee. Also, when I'm taking hits, I get armor, so it's good to put some first hits as melee and then just spam javelin. Well, I think it was good idea to put some chance to cast smite, because smite can heal you, so you just have more of sustain, and sustain is very important in last epoch. I think it's maybe more important than flat HP. Sustain is king in last epoch, so if you have problems with survivability, you should just think about your sustain. And also HP, of course, have to be on some level to do higher corruption, but sustainability is key factor to surviving, in my opinion. So as you can see, it's not that bad, but that's just one of the first monos, so maybe it's not that hard. But you can imagine how the gameplay looks like in 700 or 800 corruption. It's very chilled gameplay. Maybe I could use this build in hardcore. I don't know. I don't like hardcore with melee because you can die to something random, really. So very often it's not your fault that you died. So I don't like last epoch in this aspect, that you have overtuned enemies and can just insta die no matter what, and no matter how tanky it is, your char, and especially with melee. So I don't play hardcore in last epoch because I think it's unfair. I hate dying randomly. Okay, some stronger boss. Let's see if we could manage to kill him fast enough. As you can see, I can stand in the shit and he's doing nothing really, which is nice, very nice. I thought really that this char would be trash, but turns out it's really tanky and also have enough damage. So of course you still can die if there's so many shit around, but overall you are safe enough, and if you die it's because of your movement skills or lack of them. So don't know if it's enough for showcase of this kind of build. Maybe next time I will try to record a video fighting Shade of Orebus on 1000 corruption. Could be interesting to see how fair this fight is now, when you can take some damage as melee, which wasn't possible in the previous patch. Now it's possible, and you can have really nice fight. Okay, so that would be it, I think. I hope this video is long enough to get into last Epoch tools. I was talking to Damit last time, so my videos wasn't imported to last Epoch tools, and I asked him why, and he told me that, well, maybe my videos are too short and maybe I should tell some more about my build, so uh, his automatic stuff on the site can just download my link to last Epoch tools, and I also can make some tutorial, but it takes time, and I'm working uh, heavily in the summer in Europe, so I don't have many time to play now. Winter is my game time, because it doesn't have I don't have so many work to do in the winter. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this showcase. Maybe you could try to get yourself a nice Forge Guard. It's really fun to play this patch. So I think they made a great job, and basically giving new life to Forge Guard and Sentinel overall. Maybe other classes like Void Knight and of course. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, sorry, never mind. I think that's all I wanted to show. Good luck and have fun. Take care. It was GP. Thanks.